Sometimes we panic for no reason when our babies are teething, and sometimes we give medications and things that are really unnecessary just because we did not know. And that's why I'm doing this video today. Hi momsies and momsies to be, Rose here. You're welcome back to my channel, and this is another video dedicated to inspire mothers out there for easier motherhood. My baby is currently teething, and trust me, it has been an institution of learning for me. Like every day I'm waking up to new realities, I'm waking up to new angles, I'm waking up to new developments, and somehow it can be worrisome, especially if you did not expect those changes and they don't tell you. Which is why I'm doing this video today, to help other first-time moms to get to know about the realities of teething. What are the things you expected to expect? What should you look out for when your baby is teething? So, my baby actually started teething when he was 4 months old. Yes, he was just 4, and I did not understand the whole changes. The change in behavior, change in attitude, change in feeding, change in everything, until I realized that he was teething. And I made some mistakes, or would have made some mistakes, if not for the timely information I got from my doctor. The first thing that I realized that happened when my baby was teething was that he was running temperature. My baby ran temperature when he started teething, and up till now, he's 10 months old now, and he's still teething. He's 10 months old, and he's bringing out his 8th teeth. Yes, the young man wants to chew every chewable. Anyway, so he's 10 months now, and he's bringing out his 8th teeth, and it's almost like everything that happened when he started teething at 4 months has intensified. I don't know if that is how it happens for every other person out there, but this is my reality, and that's why I'm sharing it. So my baby ran temperature when he started teething. Like, his body was unnecessarily hot and feverish. And I think that was the first time he had that kind of fever. And it worried me because he was exclusively breastfed up to 6 months, and I did not expect something. So when I saw that he was having fever, I thought he was ill. Initially, I decided to just watch him to see how he would develop or how everything would happen or go on before I decided whether to take him to the hospital or not. And after running temperature, the next thing that followed was that he started reducing how he fed. Usually, my baby was he feeds on, he fed very well. But when he started teething, his appetite reduced just for that period. It wasn't like a constant thing. It was just within the period that his teeth was coming out. And his own was that he actually brought out 2 at once, 2 low teeth in the lower gum, 2 at once in the front, and 2 in the up when it was time for that. And then he brought out 2 more. So it was like he wasn't bringing out one. So I think whatever happens when your baby's teething happens to him in double fold, since it wasn't just one. That is just what I think. But then I noticed that his appetite reduced, and it gave me worry. The next thing that happened was that he started having catarrh. He would sneeze here and there every second, almost every second he was sneezing, and it made me very uncomfortable because he's a baby, and babies cannot talk. They cannot express what is going on with them. It means that you have to keep guessing what is going on. And so him sneezing often and often meant that there was something wrong, and I didn't know what it was. So it made me worry. Okay, so after sneezing, after the whole catarrh thing, he started having cough. Yes, he was coughing. Like, it wasn't just a normal cough, it was a dry cough, like this dry sound. When he coughs, I hear this dry sound, and it was worrisome. So the next thing that happened after that was that he started throwing up. Yes. One day, it was when he started throwing up that I just told myself that it was time to visit the pediatrician, because I could no longer take it. My husband is a medical doctor, and he told me not to worry, that maybe there's something he's trying to tell us that we do not yet understand. But immediately, I brought him out one morning, and I think I was just carrying him. He threw up. I told my husband that it was time for us to go to the hospital, which I am glad that we went, because going to the hospital is not just because you are sick. If you're worried about something about your child's health, I would advise that you go to the hospital, because when you go there, your doubts are cleared. You run tests just in case, and you can sleep well at night, knowing that you have done your best, and every other thing would take care of itself, and God would definitely take care of every other thing. So then I went to the hospital. And then when all these things were happening, I suspected that he was about to start teething, because I was always cleaning his mouth every morning, and I noticed that his gums were swollen. And I could see something white trying to break out. But it was my first time, so I just needed to double check to make sure that there were no medications I was supposed to be given. to make sure that it didn't bother him so much. Because prior to when this whole thing started, I had already heard from so many people telling me to give him Baby Rex and some other teething medications. Someone even said I should start giving it to him before he even clocked 3 months or around his 3rd month, so that when he starts teething, it would, it wouldn't be so hard on him. But my husband, like I said, is a medical doctor, so he didn't agree. He didn't accept that. And I'm grateful he didn't, because you don't not just give medications to children just because of tradition or popular belief. You're supposed to give medications because of the health situation of a person. So, to cut a long story short, we went to the hospital. And after they checked him, they told me he was fine. And I was like, he's fine, I believe that. But he's sneezing, he's coughing, he runs temperature once in a while, especially at night. And then he's also not feeding, like the doctor said he is fine. After everything I have done, I've checked him, he's fine and he's a healthy baby. So that led me to ask the next question. What medication should I give my child? Because like I told you, I already heard that you should give so many kinds of medication to make the pain easier or to whatever they do. So, but the doctor told me not to give any medication, and that is where I want you to focus on right now. When your baby is teething, you should not give any medication. Yes, there are many products out there that supposedly help a baby when they are teething, but they are absolutely unnecessary. And I'm not just saying this from my own opinion. I am saying this because my doctor and other doctors that I consulted also explained this. Teething is a natural developmental process of a baby. Everybody goes through teething, and some babies can start teething earlier. Like mine started at 4 months, but I know some people start at 7 months, some 9 months. Whenever your baby decides to start, it is not something that should bother you. It is just that their bodies are trying to produce something that hadn't always been there. So there are bound to be, some development, some changes here and there, but it is not a reason for you to start giving medications, especially when they're unprescribed. If you must give medication to your baby who is teething, I suggest that you consult your doctor. Consult your doctor, consult your pediatrician. Let them be the ones to diagnose and prescribe. Do not just give any kind of medication because someone is saying. Remember that the health of your child, it is your responsibility to guide it. And when something goes wrong, the same person who was telling you to give this or that will not be there to take care of your child. Okay? So do not give any medication. However, there are certain things you can do to help a baby who is teething. Yes. When your baby is teething, that is the time you want to be careful about everything around them. You should be careful about everything around them all the time. But when they start teething, you have to be more careful because the gums will be itching them. The gums itch when the teeth want to break out. And to help themselves to feel better when their gums are itching them, they tend to put everything and anything they see around them into their mouth. So that is where you want to be careful about what you leave with your baby, because they are going to put that thing in their mouth to be able to scratch that place that is the gum that is itching them. Okay, so be careful what you leave around your baby. Make sure whatever you're leaving around your baby is soft. Not too soft to make them swallow unnecessarily, but not hard either. It should be soft enough that your baby grabs it, puts in the mouth, and they are safe. And I know you might be wondering, why should I even leave anything with my baby? There are many things, many products out there that helps, that help a baby that is teething. In the sense that it is a chew-on, bite-on product that a baby can just bite on it. They can't eat it, they can't swallow it. It's big enough for them to hold, but not small enough for them to swallow. So the reason you need to get this product is that you can give it to your baby to munch on. They are not eating it. They are not swallowing it. They're just basically biting on it. When the gum is itching them, they find something soothing to bite, since they can't necessarily put their fingers into their mouths to scratch. Okay? Now, there's a second thing that you can do to help your baby instead of just giving them prescribed medication. And that second thing is that you can wash your hands, bring out your index finger like this, put in the baby's mouth, the area, the side that the teeth wants to break out from, you put your finger in the baby's mouth that way, and you let them bite on your finger. When I heard this the first time, I was like, why would I deliberately give my finger to my baby to bite on? Is he a carnivore or whatever? But I'm happy that I did it, because I noticed that when I did it, my baby was more relaxed. I could see him, he was more relaxed. He was as if he felt that for once somebody related with what he was going through. So you can get your hands clean, very clean, cut your nails, and then put the index finger into the baby's mouth so the baby can chew on it. Yeah. And the next thing is soft clothing. You can also use a soft clothing, maybe a piece of soft towel. You dip it in cold water and you gently massage the gum. Gently massage the gum. You can do this with your finger, but if you must use a soft cloth, you can do it with a soft, clean cloth. You gently massage the gum. That way you help to relieve pressure from that area. Please note that I said that you should not give medication to your child. Now my baby has 8 teeth. I did not give him any medication for them all. Okay, so because that's what my doctor advised, and it wasn't just one doctor. I made my research to be able to decide what to do. And I also heard from a third-time mother who explained that giving all those things is not necessary because they are just basically pain relief. So you're just pouring pain relief here and there into your baby's body, and I don't think that's very healthy. Sometime again, when your baby is teething, they may present with symptoms that might look like malaria. If you are in Africa, you know what malaria is, like fever, malaria fever. So, but they might present with these symptoms, and if care is not taken, you might begin to treat malaria just yet. I don't like the idea of just feeding your baby medication. I say feeding, yes, because the way some people give medications to their children, it is no longer giving, it's not feeding. So you just, every small thing you give medication to your child, I feel that that's not healthy. And I know scientifically it's not healthy because you're just going to make the antibodies in your body or the organisms in your baby's body to develop a resistance against drugs, so that you just give drugs anyhow. When there is really need for it, you give it because they've already been seeing it now. It won't be new to them, and so it wouldn't work. So you should only give medications when they are prescribed. And that's, of course, when it is absolutely necessary. So these are what you should expect when your baby is teething. And finally, this did not happen to my baby, and that's why I'm saying it. I'm saying it last. But I've heard from other mothers, and they said it happened to their babies. That when their babies were teething, they were stooling. That means the baby was using the toilet or wetting their diapers, soaking their diapers more frequently than they were used to. This also depends on a baby's body type and also the kind of nutrition or feeding the baby is receiving. It is highly recommended that you exclusively breastfeed your baby for 6 months before you start complementary feeding. You're not just doing that because World Health Organization or UNICEF says so, but because you are helping your baby to get all the nutrition they can while they can. And you also, exclusive breastfeeding also has benefits for you, the mother. I will do a separate video to talk about the benefits of exclusive breastfeeding that I saw for myself, encouraging other people to also do it. So connecting that to the stooling, if a baby is not exclusively breastfed, there is the propensity or the probability of just having just about anything shoved into their mouth because, that's what usually happens. And when that happens, it means that you're increasing their chances of catching just about any kind of infection. And when that infection comes up, I think it might have something to do with the stooling. So my advice would be to exclusively breastfeed your baby so that you protect your child. It has so many benefits, and there are benefits that should interest you. So there you go. I hope you like this video. I hope I have been able to answer a few questions that you might have about what to do when your baby's teething. Don't panic. It is not a time to be afraid. They are crying, they are fussy, you don't know what's going on. That is the time to give them your maximum attention. Let every other thing wait, let every other task wait. Give them your full attention because they are passing through a time in their lives that they would definitely not pass through that same time again. Even though the milk teeth will fall off and other ones will come up, but they will not be babies going through that process again. So give them your best, give them your love, and I trust that God would help you to make the best of decisions in Jesus' name. Amen. So there you have it. Do you like this video? Have you liked it? Have you subscribed? Please do that. Like this video, subscribe, share it, let the love go on. And when you subscribe, please do not forget to turn on the post notifications so that when I post new videos, you would know. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I commit you into the hands of God, who is able to take care of you and your little one. I will see you healthy and strong in another video. Catch ya.